Thank you so much for coming to our May concert. This is our hardest repertoire that we pulled out this year, and we are so excited to share it with you.
Hello, thank you so much for being here tonight. Cadet Band has been working really hard on some very challenging music. We're opening with a piece called Dark Ride. It's a dark night, you find an abandoned carnival and think, what's the worst that could happen? And before you know it, you're stuck on a ride you can't escape. You'll hear spooky rhythms and clashing notes that are on purpose. As you hold on tight, as the ride spins faster and faster, you wonder if you'll ever wake up from this nightmare.
While I'm stalling, while percussion gets ready, I would like to point out that the 8th graders have been gone all week from band. So Aero Band has had approximately 10 minutes to practice on stage this week. And Cadet Band has just been 6th and 7th graders all week. So they've done an awesome job, and we're going to do the best we can. Are you ready now?
It's that time of year again. If you can help Lancaster Music Boosters by making and donating a pie for Lancaster Community Dance Summer Concert Series, Please check for future posts on Lancaster Music Facebook page. Talk to a member for details. Music Boosters supports our program so much, and they can't do their part unless we do ours. Please consider donating a pie or four to make to this amazing organization. Nothing goes better with Band Mixer's free ice cream than a piece of Music Boosters pie.
This next piece was inspired by a little real history. The first emperor of China was buried with an entire terracotta army to protect him in the afterlife. His tomb holds 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses, 150 cavalry horses, acrobats, strongmen, and musicians. Terracotta Warriors depicts what these soldiers would sound like marching into battle. After Cadet Band, we'll rearrange the stage quickly for Aero Band. Cadet Band members are reminded to sit with their families for Aero Band.
is gearing up to head to Kalahari on May 26th, after 2 years, and we couldn't be more excited. During this trip, we will play for judges and have the opportunity to listen to other middle school games. Of course, some water park time will be a reward for all our hard work. We'd like to thank Mr. Murphy, Mrs. Collins, Mrs. Vogelsberg, and Mr. Diangelo for volunteering to chaperone his busy trip. And we'd like to thank Mr. Haas for being such a good sport about our shirt design.
Our first piece is Curse of the Pharaohs. If the Woodwinds got a nickel for every note they played in this piece, they'd have $63. It features our percussion section who knocked this piece out of park since we started it. This is off the high school Class C festival music list, and the piece will be judged out at the Kalahari Band Festival. Take a trip to Egypt with us as we perform Curse of the Pharaohs.
All right, can I have my 8th graders, please? My 8th graders. Yeah, all of my 8th graders. You come here, you come here. We haven't done this in a couple years. 8th graders, come on up. 8th graders, come on up. Okay. Thank you. Look at this phenomenal group. Look at this phenomenal group of kids. All right, the date is March 3rd, 2020. These 6th graders just got done performing their favorite piece ever written, Aggressivo. by a composer they would learn to love, Randall Standridge. And they had a phenomenal concert. I pushed them real hard, and then we packed up and I said, have a beautiful spring break, everybody. I'll catch you in a week. And as we all know, we didn't, did we? Band turned into Zoom calls and me busting my booty to make daily videos that 2 people watched. And band wasn't the best part of band. We weren't with each other, we weren't playing music, we weren't talking about how that music made us felt, and it just wasn't the same. And these guys stuck with it. Who sticks with band after not banding? So they came back in 7th grade to playing in the parking lot, distanced, learning scales. It was horrible. I didn't want to band. And these wonderful humans stuck with it. And that's the best thing about this group of kids, how resilient they are. Oh, we're playing in the parking lot? Sure, we're here. Oh, we're playing 8 feet apart in the auditorium chairs and we can't hear anybody? I'm in. Playing masks and not being able to hug my kids when they need it. It was really hard. And you guys did it. And so this year we got to come back in our room and we got to make music and we got to make great music. I couldn't make this music without these phenomenal kids next to me. And I thank you so much, 8th graders, for your dedication and for your love and for your stupid stories and for our inside jokes and for everything. I am the luckiest person in the world because I get these kids every day. And I'm even luckier because I get them once a week, one-on-one for 13 minutes. So I can tell you who their favorite Marvel character is. And I can tell you what homework they're struggling on. And I can tell you what their favorite food is. Because I know my kids. And that's why the May concert is so hard. We play such good music, but it means I say goodbye to these beautiful humans. So, parents, thank you for sharing your amazing kids with me. To my parents of my youngest kids on stage, to my parents of the onlys that are on stage, I will miss you. I will miss you as parents of my band kids. And to my kids who have middles on stage, I'll catch you next year. 8th graders, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you've given me. Our 8th graders, ladies and gentlemen.
Dear Mrs. Miller, you've taught us so many lessons about playing music, but also about us. You have inspired us to show our emotions, to advocate for ourselves, and most importantly, you've taught us to show our true colors. Walking into your room every day has put a smile on our faces. Oh, okay. This year, we've enjoyed playing music with you. We may not be playing Moscow 1941, but the songs we played this year have been pretty great. I know we all enjoyed Crew. Thank you for letting us have our own influence on music we play, even Harry Styles. I think we can all agree that these last couple of years have not been easy, but you've made them worth the while. Our middle school years, especially with COVID, were supposed to be our worst, but you made them our best. We're glad to be stuck with band through them.
We love to spend time with you, whether it's during study hall or a band lesson I forgot about a month ago. You're always there for us. For us to ask great questions like, which vision is the best? Or maybe we just need time to talk. Even when I need to nerd out about something like that one detail in the new Obi-Wan trailer. Thank you for leaving that door open.
Thank you for the memories, laughs, and lessons. You significantly changed and impacted our lives for the better. I will forever carry your kindness and empathy with me. We are so thankful to have you as our band teacher and our friend. We love your guts, Miss Treble.
Even though this door is closing, there are so many more opening. We are going to be in high school next year. We will never forget that you will always be there for us with a smile and a hug and some advice.
From the beginning, I knew that room 130 was a safe place where I could go and be myself. I know I speak for everyone when I say your room is truly a welcoming environment. I will carry so many memories with me from the band room.
And we all hope that Aiden's tuba gym for muscles never closes its doors.
Our final piece tonight is brought to you, sponsored by the Lancaster Music Boosters. When Mrs. Miller came to them with the opportunity to be part of a collective piece that focuses on mental health in youth, they didn't hesitate to sign Lancaster up. One of our favorite composers, Randall Stanbridge, or Randy as we call him, lives with depression and anxiety. He wanted to write a piece that shows a glimpse into the ups and downs of someone who struggles with mental health.
There are several themes he uses throughout this piece. The first one is of the person living with mental health issues. Another is the theme of hope. Hoping today is better. Hoping we'll get through this. And the final theme is that of the negative headspace taking over. Self-doubt, self-loathing, depression, that voice inside that tells you aren't good enough. Listen for these themes and how they change throughout the piece. There are ups and downs and scary parts and peaceful parts and everything in between.
This features many talented soloists, but we'd like to call specific attention to the saxophone and flute duet at the end, symbolizing two beautiful humans we lost this year. This piece has given us many challenges, but we've enjoyed working on it as a band family. From a piece of a similar name but no connection, from a musical dear, Evan Hansen. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise in. Lift your head and look around, you will be found. Thank you so much for staying. Thank you so much for supporting music at Lancaster Middle School, and have a safe trip back home.
This resetting of the stage will take just a few minutes. If you're really fast about it, you can go check out the art show a little bit. Otherwise, it will be up at the end of the concert. It'll take us just a few minutes to reset. Welcome back. There seems to be a lot of commotion out in the commons and around. I hope people will find their way back in. I'll have the 7th grade girls come on up onto the stage and we'll get ready to begin. I don't know, I don't have a plan suddenly. It's just kind of crazy. This has been a really fun group to work with this year, and I'm excited to see what happens next Friday at our festival when they perform for a judge. There should be some dates and times that have come home from them, and they're supposed to get me a sheet back. We have a lot of things still in the works and still coming. Music recital on May 11th, and just a whole bunch of things. But for each, we're hosting the festival here, by the way, next Friday night. The boys are going to perform at 3:30 in the afternoon in the high school gym, and they will be free to go after they're done performing. These girls, I believe, are at 7:15, and the 8th grade girls are at 8:05. And hopefully the festival will be all over about 8:30 or so. There will be 11 performing groups. Our choirs, our 3 middle school choirs, 3 middle school bands from Platteville and Richmond Center, and an orchestra from Platteville. And we'll be moving back and forth from this, where the instrumental groups will perform, and the high school gym where the choral groups will perform. It's been a long time, like Mrs. Miller pointed out, it's been a long time since we've done a whole bunch of these things. So they're plenty new for us and our performance. So it's kind of a new thing. We sing 3 pieces. We are judged by 3 judges, and one of them will come up and talk to us about our performance and give us some advice. And I think that's kind of the gist of it. Our first piece, what is our first piece? Oh yes, and it's not in the right order in the program. That's my fault, I think. We're going to do I've Got a Ticket. And then we're going to do the swing, and finally Cantamos.
Don't want the piano to roll away.
one thing I forgot, raise your hand if you were a part of solo and ensemble. Great. The middle school boys are going to come up next and wow you with their, whatever they wow you with. Ladies, you can just go down this way. As you can see a little bit, one of the things that Mrs. Miller was describing with all the performing at 8 feet or 6 feet apart or whatever else with a mask on or whatever, it really affected singing quite a bit, and you can kind of see it in the numbers. We're at 11 young men here, I believe, and 2 of them are 8th graders. Give a little wave. And then the rest are 7th graders. And boy, do these guys, they like to sing. They like to sing while I'm talking. They like to sing while I like to sing something else. I don't know. They just, it's impossible to shut them up. They tell me whether they like the music or not, and this is my 30th year of teaching, and in my 2nd year I didn't care whether they liked the music or not. I always say, find something to like in the music, and I think most of them can say that in all of these pieces there might be a moment that they can like in this music. And while I'm thinking of it, some of you guys were in solo and ensemble too. Stick your hands up in the air that were in part of that. I hope that all of the singers will be willing to do that again. So we're singing 3 pieces, mostly about weaponry and fighting. And then one uplifting one at the end about, keep it going. The first one is about a ruined castle and all the things you find in it, like maybe a sword that reflects the light, and it kind of, your imagination starts to go about all the things that maybe happened here. And then the second piece is really a story, a true story, from the Civil War. It's called Battle Above the Clouds, and they fought on a very steep hill, and it was covered in fog, and when the fog rose, this is what you saw, that sort of thing. And it's a description of the battle and how the historical nature of it. And then the last piece is a poem that is just very optimistic and very unique to the time period that it was written. So we hope you enjoy all 3 of these pieces. Maybe you can find something to like in them. at the beginning of the year, this was the group that scared me the most. And I know they don't look very scary, and they're really not that scary, but since, I know it's a long story, but it all goes back in my youth. And if they had a couch out here, I could tell you about it, but since we don't, I'll have to move on. No, it scared me because I didn't know how to approach a group of 7. We actually grew at semester to a group of 8, and we talked about lots of different options about how we might make this group happen, and we settled on, let's just stay a group by ourselves. We're not going to add anybody else. We'll just stay a group with ourselves, and we'll develop and see where this goes. And it's been special. So, before I forget, like I did earlier, how many of you were in solo and ensemble? And we did a 3-part ensemble for solo and ensemble, and which turned out nicely. We're going to sing some 2-part and 3-part and some unison stuff for you now, and I'll talk about the last piece in a minute because there's a lot to it, and I think we should introduce it. There's audience participation. So get loosened up and warm up a little bit. Our first piece is called Shine on Me, a little gospel-like number by Rolla Dilworth, who is a college professor down by in the Chicago area. Phenomenal man. Our last piece is called Sahita. Sahita is built in a call and response type of thing where you hear one person say something and then the group responds. And so we will have some solos in small groups doing some calls and response. So you'll get to hear some individual voices, and ladies, you'll have to figure out how to get over here, without last time we did this, we didn't use stands or anything, so, the obstacle course. The other thing that we need to teach you is, we need to teach you to clap with us. And I didn't practice this earlier, so let's see how this works. So the clapping is antiphonal, one side and the other and together. So I just have to find it here. So over here on which side is which? You follow these people, and you follow those people, and you get to choose, but split down the middle sort of thing. Did you get all that? All right. I'm not articulating that well. Now, so on this side, we're going to teach our clap. All right? We'll do it 3 times because you're a fast audience. All right? All right? So it goes like this. Listen first. 2, 3, 4. All right? Now, just do this side. Okay? You go. All right. Ready? 2, 3, and again. It's harder to do almost without the other part. All right. So now it's your turn, audience. All right. Da 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 da. Da da. Da 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 da. All right. 1, 2, ready, and up. Yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, over here, you kind of fit yourselves in among the other claps. So you're going 1, 2, dot, 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 dot. You're clapping right in the microphone. Demonstrate, please. 2, 3, and. Got it? All right, ready? Here we go. Aren't you glad we haven't turned up the house lights? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Together, it sounds like you heard earlier, but we'll do it one more time. Together. 2, 3, and. Not bad. Not bad. All right, you have to be ready. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and. B+. All right. Okay. Oh. We have to move the mic. Yes. Did you need to say something? And I forgot something, so I have to I'm just going to wait.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adriana, and behind me we have the 8th grade girls choir. And I have a little speech to present to you. This is our last choir with Mr. Murphy as 8th graders. He has dealt with our craziness since day 1 of 7th grade. He has taught us everything from teaching us our pitches for our songs, giving us good songs, even if they can be tough. But he told us it'll take time. You can't just learn 3 songs in one class. He has never doubted us in any way. Always told us that we can do it if we work hard enough, even if it seems impossible. He taught us not to give up on ourselves with the hard songs. We just had choir time wisely and learned the pitches, memorize the songs for our concerts, and be ready. Now, Miss Jonas, the pianist, she has played the piano for our songs this whole year from 7th grade to now. She has also dealt with our craziness too, but we have had good laughs with her, and she's been there for us when we need her. She's also helped us with our pitches. We've asked her about 10 times in class what the pitches are. You may also be asking why we love choir. It's just singing. Well, Lizzie loves choir because she loves singing with people. It's fun, all the new songs and great times. Sophia, right here, her favorite part of choir is that we're able to be ourselves and express ourselves around Mr. Murphy and Ms. Jonas. We have all learned a lot from them, and we can't wait to learn more next year in our high school years. Sarah, at the end, right over there, loves choir because we get to sing great songs, have a lot of fun parts. It makes it challenging and fun. Kirsten, right there, her favorite part is the fun songs we sing and how he sort of lets us pick the songs. He gives us choices. Hannah, her favorite part of choir is being able to have fun with their friends and being able to learn about other cultures for the songs that we sing. Tyra, right by Sarah, she says choir has impacted her life significantly, and she feels so lucky and grateful to be with her choir sisters. And myself, I love choir because I've always wanted to try singing, and then I decided to give it a shot in 7th grade. I understand I didn't like it at first because I didn't think I could do it, but then Mr. Murphy gave us really fun songs, and it was just really fun. Thank you again, Mr. Murphy and Ms. Jonas, for everything you have taught us these last 2 years. We are looking forward to choir next year in high school and the more opportunities we will have. Now for the rest of you, the 8th grade choir, Shahaita. Thank you for coming.
Unita.
That's our concert, I think. Please enjoy the artwork. Mrs. Schneider and the kids have worked hard to present some art, and thank you very much.